So stage 3 deals with placing images. The first thing we can do is to go to File, down to Place, there it is, and within your folder locate the GCM logo. This is a vector Illustrator file. Make sure Show Import Options is checked on, and when we click Open, in the next dialog box, we're going to crop the artwork to Art. You can also click on the Layers panel to see that there's just one layer, and we're going to keep visibility once it updates. We'll say OK. This is going to follow your cursor until you click in the top left-hand corner. And when it does that, it'll automatically place your image inside of its own rectangle frame. Now to place it exactly where we want it to go, with the object still selected, go to the top left-hand corner of your control panel, choose the top left reference point, and set your X and Y position to be 0.25. This will move it over and down to that top left corner. Next, we need to open up InDesign's preferences for this next part. So we can go to InDesign, down to Preferences, choose Interface, and in the Interface Preferences at the bottom, make sure Live Screen Drawing is set to Immediate. With Immediate turned on, we can say OK, and this will immediately show the feedback that we want whenever we make a change to the box. With our image still selected, go to the right-hand side and turn on Auto Fit. With Auto Fit turned on, now when I click and drag the bottom right corner, so click on that corner, drag up, you can see it automatically fits and keeps the image inside of our box. We're going to drag it up till it's about 1.6 inches in height. I'm looking at the little H next to my cursor. If it's off by a little bit, that's okay. The downside to this is when it fits it, it's obviously cropping it off. We want to be able to scale down the image to still stay inside of here, but we want to see the whole image. To do this, hold down the Control key as you click on the image box just once. Then go down to Fitting and choose Fit Content Proportionally. This will automatically fit the content inside of the size of the frame regardless what size the frame is. To move the content, in this case the logo, over to the left-hand side, click right on the inside of the content grabber. This will give a bounding box around that. Then go up to the top left of your control panel and set the X plus position to be 0. This will move it all the way over to the left-hand side of your content box. Now we can hit the Escape key on our keyboard. That'll bring us back to our regular box. And to fit it inside of this box, hold down Control one more time, click on the box, go down to Fitting, and then choose Fit Frame to Content. And this will size up our frame to fit the size of the content that we have. This is a good point to save, so we'll go to File and Save and continue on. For this next part, we want to place images at the bottom 5 frames that we've already created. So I'm going to hit Command and the plus sign to zoom into that bottom left corner, and we need to open up our Layers panel. If you don't see the layers, you can go to Window, down to Layers, and I'm going to drag it off so we can see it. Within the Layers panel, click on the arrow to the left of Layer 1, and then click on the arrow to the first group that's there. This is going to open up the group of rectangles that we created and grouped together, and you can see each individual one. We want to be able to select each of these rectangles one at a time. So with this first rectangle, click on the little square to the right side of it to select only it. You can see the bounding boxes around it. With it selected, hold down the Control key and click once on the rectangle. Go to Fitting, and then open up the Frame Fitting options. This will open up this dialog box. Within this dialog box, we can do everything that we want to as far as fitting the content to the frame. So turn on Auto Fitting, make sure Fitting is set to fill the frame proportionally, and then we want to choose the top left reference point. We'll say OK to that. And then let's do the same thing for all of the other 5 rectangles. So choose the next one, hold down Control and click, open up Fitting, Frame Fitting Content, Auto Fit, fill the frame proportionally, top left reference point. Do the next one. Choose the rectangle first, hold down Control and click, fitting, options, turn on auto fit, top left. Scoot over, choose the next rectangle, Control click, fitting, frame options, auto fit, top left. And then finally choose the last rectangle. Hold down Control and click on it, fitting, frame options, auto fit, top left, and say OK to that. Once we're done with this, we can move our layers panel back out of the way. Now we can place the 5 images inside of here. Click away to deselect the group, then go up to File, down to Place, and we need to select the 5 images. To quickly and easily do that, select one and you can hold down the Command key, and that will allow you to select all 5 of the other ones. Make sure everything is unchecked that we have, and we'll say OK, or Open. And each of these 5 images will now follow your cursor. Carefully click inside of each of the frames and it will automatically place it inside of that frame. If you accidentally click away or click and drag, it will put it inside of its own frame. If that happens, simply do Command Z to undo, and that'll back up and it will allow you to replace the image. This is a good saving point, so we'll go to File and Save and move on to stage 4.